Timing. Welcome everybody to round 17 of the Performance Racing League. We are in the land of the rising sun. My name is Tag Delta, and I am joined by Nico John. Nico, how are we today?
Hi, Tack. Very well, very good, very excited for this race. I'm a big fan of Suzuka, great track, so big fan of Tier 1, so put the two together and it should be a great race.
It doesn't get any better than that. Maybe with a cold pint, right?
I did your homework for you. I know you were up to no good, so probably not had time this morning, but I spoke to the weather office and it's all dry, all clear.
Good to go. Excellent. Yeah, you're right. I've been a very busy man, so any help's appreciated. Yeah, hopefully to be done with that soon. In the meanwhile, let's see. So I'm with Suzuki, but he's not our first man out, is he? Looks like a Williams? Can't tell what the colors. No, that's an outlap. Who's giving us the first flyer? Is it JH? Yeah, looks like JH is on the first flying lap. Runs a little wide there and invalidates.
Looks like Xavi as well. Big mixture. Half the grid have gone out on softs, half on mediums. That might just be to put a lap down on the medium tyre without the intention of starting on it, but quite a few of them.
I only see Plebmaster on medium tires. I don't see anybody else.
Yeah? I've got Suzuki, Pleb, Darluto, Spin and Win, Destroyer.
Let me jump to
and Jesper.
Now Suzuki's got softs on as well.
Well, we've got some gremlins in the system here, Tack.
Well, you know, it's
but tech no notice.
Take no notice. Okay. All right, fair enough.
On my screen, Suzuki has yellow striped tyres.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what to make of that.
I'll phone into Christian Horner. We'll see what the deal is here.
See what he's saying.
Yeah. In the meantime, looks like Xavi, right? We'll go with that pronunciation. It's going to set our first flying lap. Coming through this final corner here can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
That's a 131 to open up. We'll definitely see some quicker times as we go along, I believe.
Yeah, what do you reckon for pole today?
I don't know. I would
mid 28.
That's what I was gonna go with. Yeah.
Mid upper 28.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think mid to lower. Mid to lower.
Yeah.
That's where we'll see it. So.
I know the guys like Ankbank, Tambar, Destroyer. Very quick. Suzuki. I think those guys will be near the front.
So let's see. Suzuki now, and I'm still seeing the soft tire here. Suzuki has set quickest time. No, pipped by Spin and Win. So either some people are not getting great outlaps, or track evolution is really something else on this course. We've got Deludo already breaking into the 129.8. Actually, I think Spin and Win also did. So Deludo taking provisional pole.
Well, I've got those top four all on mediums on my screen.
Well, Darludo's got it stuffed in the wall. So good thing just qualifying. Just putts around and get that fixed up. No worries. Yeah, the only one I have on the medium tire is Plebmaster, and that looks to be correct in the Alpine. So let's see, who else do we have running around? Looks like we'll get a lap from one of these bottom four. Destroyer, Disgruntled, and Tambar. No, Tambar's jumped into the pits. Plebmaster losing it. And that's a bad spot to lose it too. It's hard to get turned around there without interfering. Gets it done though.
Nicely done. Yeah, spinning on those S's, or coming out of the S's, your tyres are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get control of the car back once it goes.
Yeah. I don't know everybody's practice regimen, but I would be willing to bet a lot of people will run time trial for the consistency. And I think that's where we're going to see some... It looks like Destroyer's going to abort that one. But I think that's where we're going to see some issues today in the race. A lot of guys starting out on... And Floodmaster's retired. Is that from an incident? I think it is. Who's going to give us a view?
Yeah. I mean, that bit coming round to Spoon.
Yep.
I mean, trying to drive back a lap without any front wing is and getting back as quick as possible to give yourself time for more runs is not easy.
Right.
You've got no downforce, and it happens quite a lot that a little crash leads to the big one.
Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, I think if none of these drivers have done high fuel runs, they'll tend to struggle through here, especially going through the S's. You know, the car likes to step out the rear end. Will be a little naughty going through there. So
yeah, it's a very different experience driving a full tank car. It's a quality setup. Need to move your braking points 10 meters further back. Huh?
Yeah, and you have to be easy on the throttle as well to ensure that you're not putting it off like some guys have seemed to already do today.
JH is invalidated. He's on 3-lap old medium softs. I thought he needs to come back in and strap on some new boots. That lap's invalidated as it is.
Yeah, maybe just getting in a little last minute practice on those tires. That's the only thing I can think. So let's see. Tambar's on an outlap. We'll come back when they start a flyer. Do we have anybody else getting ready to cross the line? Looks like a Mercedes of Muppet's going to start a lap. But the reason I call out Tambar is because he's coming out on the mediums as well. So I'd really like to see where that's going to go, what the strategy might be there. And it looks like actually a queue is formed up here with
the hairpin.
Yeah, with I'm going to guess that's Zavi and the McLaren of Alabada and Jesper up there. So... Alright. Back to the front of the lap. It looks like Tambar and Destroyer are actually about to start, so we can keep an eye on both of them here.
Yeah, I'm watching Disgruntled just coming out of Sector 1 nicely through the S's.
No one been able to pip Derludo just yet. So we'll keep an eye on that.
That hairpin's a tricky one. I think you naturally want to take an inside line, but the traction's a bit better, but you go wider through there, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right on that, actually.
Suzuki, does he just need an invite, or is he?
Oh, I'm not sure. Okay. And we're still on board with Tambar, handling that hairpin with relative ease on the medium tire. We'll see what's posted here for a Sector 2 time. This track has an awfully short Sector 3 compared to some of the others. Really just the chicane is it. The chicane and then I guess the final turn to start a new lap.
Yeah.
But quite a short run. Let's see, Tambar looks to actually have set a best second sector. I'm not sure if that was a glitch on my screen or what, but I think his lap time here will sort that for us. Comes across the line, does go fastest on the medium tire.
29.3.
It's a great lap from Tambar. But I think, who do we have? Is this Ankbank? Yeah, so I'm on board with Ankbank. Would you like to take us through a lap of this?
We'll happily do so.
Alright, I'll hide the UI and you go for it.
DRS, as obvious as always, wide open. Only one DRS zone on this track. Turn 1, turn in, braking, down to 4. Yeah, tight. Speed on the exit, and the S's I do it mostly in fifth. So we've gone down to fourth. It's all throttle control. I think it's all just about leading up to getting a good exit out of this one right here, getting full throttle as soon as possible. He left it down in the gears a bit longer, sat on full revs. Maybe for control, down to the Degner 2, third, to the hairpin. Brake as the curbing ends on the right. Yeah, he's taken quite a narrow line. I'm not sure that's the best line through there.
Yeah, it hurts your exit just a little bit.
Full throttle all the way down to Spoon. Touch of the brakes, drop a couple, throw it in, drop another one, try and get a tight exit. Not bad at all. Power up here, try and take the straightest line, which means like that. Easy flat, turning in about 50. Nice and tight, braking about, 120. Hard, a little bit of curb on the right, a little bit of curb on the left, as much gas as possible. Try and keep control of it there, which is very difficult. Stay tight to the right hand side for your fastest line into the line. 129.4. Good lap bank.
Yeah. Still 75 thousandths off of Tambar on the medium tire though. So this must be Tambar must have been practicing. This must be his track for sure.
He's been getting better and better, hasn't he, Tambar? So.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like there's no Oscar today, so
no, it doesn't appear.
He'll have his eyes on the big prize.
We have a pretty small field today, actually.
There's a few missing, aren't there? Yeah.
So, but coming to the end of the season, the holidays are coming up. People are traveling. It's expected.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. It's the season. I'm on with Xavi. I think this is a bit messy out of Degner 2. A bit squirrely. To the hairpin. Yeah, that's a more preferred line, I think. That slightly wider one. You can maintain a bit more apex speed.
I think so. I've noticed going wide on the exit makes more of a difference than your corner entry.
Yeah.
whether you enter wide or if you keep it tight, I think going wide on the exit there is what really gets you the lap time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time in Spoon, isn't it? Getting a tight line through there.
Yeah.
I think this is Xavi's first race in Tier 1. He actually raced in Tier 2, I think, I'm going to say Imola.
Okay.
And was found to be too fast and moved into Tier 1, so excited to see what he can do in this division.
Improves a little bit.
So I'd expect these times to come down a bit lower, Tack. Where we're at 29.3, 29.4. I thought we'd get in the 28s.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, we've got about 5 minutes left, so the track's going to rubber in probably a little bit more. I don't know if it'll heat up much more, but we might start seeing some time start to tumble down here.
I think we might.
I also see Frosty out there on the medium tire. So drivers definitely wanting to start on the mediums today. At least a few of them are. But we'll save strategy talk for formation lap.
The calm before the storm. Who's on a lap? It's like disgruntled again. Going through the S's. You've got to be so careful with the curbs through those S's. They're so unforgiving in this game.
How do you handle the curbs through the S's? I don't. Stay away.
Yeah. I do occasionally use them, but you just realise that you're going to have to, and depending on the speed and the angle of entry and exit, it can be okay, but I try and stay off them altogether, really.
Gotcha.
Especially if you can't really use any gas and be turning with a wheel on a curb. Oh, nicely through Spoon by Muppet. He'll be looking to improve on that time.
So it sounds like we have a little bit of I don't know the best way to refer to it, a little mishap here. Getting word from the PR team of Plebmaster that there was a cell phone in the cockpit, which led to the demise of Plebmaster for this qualifying session. So,
wow, you can't take phone calls in the middle of a Formula One qualifying session, can you?
oh, he's a busy man. He's trying to get that contract solidified full time.
Contract negotiations.
Yeah.
With Gunter.
What better way and what better time to show your skills than, on the track? It's the best interview.
Indeed.
So it looks like we've got most drivers out on track now. I don't know if Suzuki and Xavi and Tambar will make another appearance for us or not. Only drivers left in the pits. They'll need to get out soon. It takes about yeah.
I've only got 45 seconds left in the session, so you've got no chance.
Oh, I've got a minute 50. Yeah.
Hold on.
I wonder...
No one joined it late, did they?
No, I don't think so. I wonder if where I had the menu... Oh, I did. Because I had the menu open to get the broadcast settings ready to go. So maybe that's why my timer's off by a bit.
A few bugs in the system.
Yeah, as always. Well, the game has been out for, 4 months now? So it's still halfway through development.
Yeah. We're in late stage beta by about now.
I am starting to see qualifying finished now,
Destroyer.
so...
Got a new pole sitter Destroyer of a 129.1.
Oh, wow.
Great lap on the softs.
Who else is out running? Is that, I see Alibaba, probably Ankbank as well?
Yeah, we've got Ank, who's going to be the next across the line.
He's down 2/10, almost 3/10 on his time. So if Ankbank can get it through here...
It's tight.
There it is. Still not to the 28s, though.
Alibata looks like he's about to finish a hot lap.
Alibaba down 3/10 on his time. So I would say, yep, right around 5th.
Moves up.
Yeah, okay,
Maybe
so...
just muff it to bring it home. Oh, just touch the grass. That'll cost him a few thousands. Oh no, he's 9 seconds up. He's not.
Yeah, I've got that he's invalidated. So,
yeah.
Just gonna wrap this one up, bring it home, and should be out of here.
Well, look at that. Tambar starting P3 on the mediums. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, great work with great work from Tambar there.
That's a great lap, isn't it? I can't do that on the softs.
Yeah, what would that be? A 129.3?
Yeah.
So well
I think
done.
my PB is about 129.9 softs.
There we are. Alright, so first row will be Ankbank and Destroyer, followed by Tambar and Jesper occupying the second row. Alibaba and Darludo will take the third row, Spin and Win and Frosty the fourth, Suzuki and Rusty on the fifth row. Then the final four drivers, Disgruntled, Xavi, JH, and Plebmaster in the Alpine. So, be able to take plenty of phone calls there at the back, as long as you don't have any brake checks in front of you. So
yeah, it looks like Darlow left. I'm not sure I've got him added, but
Ludo, I might be able to. Well, no, because this thing's about to advance. I wouldn't be able to invite him in time. We'll give it a try on formation lap. Now, you said the weather report has and Darluda's back in, so we're good to go there. Weather report looking to be dry. It's a dry race as well.
Good. It's not not an easy track to overtake, actually, Suzuka.
Yeah, you just have the one DRS zone, and then the rest of the track's quite narrow. Yeah.
I mean, going into the hairpin, certainly against the AI, can be an opportunity.
Right.
And then going into turn 1, that's about it. So if you can manage your ERS well, defending can be quite not straightforward, but
Right.
you've got the opportunity to try and hold your position.
Well, we'll see. PRL never ceases to amaze me. So,
what's your top 3 prediction then? And how many of the 14 cars finish?
So I'll say for the top 3, I think Tambar can put it at a time like that on the mediums. I'd be fearful of what he can do on the softs. So I think Tambar's gonna have to take the win for me. And then I would say Ankbank will follow. Ankbank always seems to be in the top 1 or 2. And then follow it up with Jesper.
Very good. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Maybe I'll throw Destroyer into the mix because I know he's been quick recently as well. And of the 14, I think 11 will finish.
I'm going to put a little less faith in our field. I'm going to say 9.
Well, it's a cruel mistress, Suzuka. It doesn't take much to... and with the... Yeah, doesn't take much for DNF here.
Mm-hmm.
Places coming out of that last corner. Coming out of the hairpin, you can easily get... a loss of traction, just go flying off to the wall in the left.
Right. I think we'll certainly see them early and late in the race, which is pretty standard, but I think it'll be a little more exaggerated, as Suzuka with the S is unkind on worn tires and heavy fuel loads. So we'll prepare our formation lap. And as they go around, do you have any strategy thoughts? Time for tire chat.
Well, in a dry race, excluding safety cars or any other anything funky, I think it's a pretty straightforward soft medium if you're not too aggressive. Okay. 11 on the softs, 16, 17 on the mediums shouldn't be a problem. I think we saw Suzuki pull off a... Where were we? Was it Russia?
Oh, Ankbank having an issue here on the formation lap.
I think we'll see someone like... Oh, Suzuki's actually starting on the mediums. I think we could see an early pit, though, from Ank or Destroyer around, 8 or 9.
Okay.
To go onto the mediums. That would be my guess. Soft hard is the safer strategy.
Sure.
The hard, on that soft medium, the last 2 or 3 laps, the hards might be quicker, and then obviously you've got the wild cards of safety cars.
So how about Tambar starting on the mediums, and also Darludo, Spin and Win, Suzuki, Disgruntled, Zavi, and Plebmaster I have starting on the medium for all those.
Yeah. No, I've got the same. I think it's a great strategy. I think they go to sort of 16, 17, and then they're very fast at the end.
Okay.
Spin and Suzuki have obviously had something. The only reluctance, my only reluctance for that would be, safety cars do happen, and any safety car between lap 5 and 12 kind of screws the medium runners.
Mm-hmm.
Because the soft guys just come in, they get their free stop, and they go to the end. And at that stage, as a medium runner, you either stay out and lose the free pit, or you have to go to a different compound. The softs won't get you to the end, so it has to be the hard. And
sure.
It's a slightly tougher opportunity.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents.
Looks like Rusty and Disgruntled also getting into it on the formation lap. So hopefully, Tier 1 we usually see runs fairly clean, so hopefully we don't see things like that during safety car periods.
Yeah, the stewards are keen for not too many incidents, I believe. Suzuka can be a tough one.
So I've got destroyers on board here, and I'm gonna sit on board with destroyer and watch how well he goes against Ankbank on the launch here. So we've got 3, 4, 5 red lights, and they're away. Amazon throwing the strategy there quickly. Ankbank is a really good start. Destroyer starting to fall back a little bit. Tambar moving up into second place on those medium tires. Looks through turn 1 to be pretty clean behind. Destroyer catching up through turn 1 and coming into the S's here. Tambar losing a little bit of grip. That's where he's going to have the disadvantage there on the medium tires.
Spin and win.
Spin and win's done a spun. Spin and win has spun.
Disgruntled. Oh, Disgruntled's out. Oh, I just saw that. Oh dear.
So will we see an early safety car of any kind? Doesn't appear to. I just see yellows.
Car was quite far off the track.
Okay.
Rusty gets past Javi, who was a bit wide. That's the reporting from the back markers. Sure.
Well, up at the front, we've pretty much formed a queue and sticking to it. The guys up front haven't really pulled too far away from everybody else.
Tambar got ahead of Destroyer. Medium's interesting.
Yeah, Destroyer's start was not great. So Tambar was able to jump up ahead there on the mediums. Started to struggle through the S's a little bit, but I think on this next lap, those medium tires are going to be nice and warm and good to go. So, I'm on board with Frosty as he takes himself out here, coming out of 130R.
Oh, no.
And doesn't look to get clipped in the rear. There is a virtual safety car out to help clean this up. So Jesper, Alibata, Suzuki, and Rusty all jumping into the pits.
I wonder if they had damage.
Perhaps. Looks like Zavi and Spin and Win also going to take advantage of it.
They're all just sticking the hards to get to the end. I mean, I think the hards will go to the end from here.
Yeah, especially if there's another incident. So I think looks like drivers from 5 down swapped. Does that sound about right? Because the top 4 looks to be the same.
That's it, yeah. The top. It looks like the top 6 haven't pit. The bottom 6 have pit. Or Rusty speeding.
Unfortunate penalty there. I think somebody else had a speeding in the pit lane penalty. Let's see if we can get those pulled up.
Perhaps.
Yeah, Zavi and Spin and Win, I think both had a 5-second from that. I don't believe it was a contact. We are back to green flag racing.
Oh, Zavi's touched the inside curb. He's turned around.
Let's see. Yeah, so unfortunate start here after the major success in Tier 2. Looks like Darludo wanting to close in. Excuse me. So now let's see, because of the virtual safety car, will we have... Yeah, we should still have DRS starting on this next lap, correct?
We should do, yes. DRS should be activated.
Yep, so we'll see this front queue start to maybe pull away a little bit. Right. That's always kind of thrown me a little bit, that it's enabled on this lap, but you can't use it until...
Well, you can. It's because the detection line is just before the start
finish line.
So.
Right.
Whereas, like Russia, when it gets enabled on lap 3, the detection line's just after, so you get it on that first lap. Oh, Tambar went off. He's come back on. But been passed.
Yep,
the S's are proving problematic for... Oh, Plebmas, he's round as well. And JH, every time I flick on someone, it seems to make them spin.
Well, Jesper had the same fate through here. It looks like Jesper's through cleanly. He's coming up. There's a lot of dirt on the track now, I've noticed. I don't know if that's purely aesthetic or if that actually has an impact, but...
And the spins, I mean, I've caught 3 or 4, and it's purely just from people trying to put a bit too much gas while a front tyre is on a curb.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the grip.
It's been especially unfriendly to the medium tire runners, it seems. Let's see where our closest battle's hanging out now. It looks to still be in this top 4. Ankbank's pulled away from the group a little bit, but Tambar, Deludo, and Destroyer are all sticking quite close together here. So we'll see if any moves get made. Looks like Tambar got a decent exit. Deludo going to hold him up a little bit as they come down the front straight here. And they'll hold their gaps. Looks like Zavi is out. Has retired. I think we'll see his car here. Another virtual safety car coming out, so that'll neutralize the battle for second.
It's him and the S's.
And Ankbank's going to be first on the scene. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of this car. Yeah, it just looks like he went straight onto the barriers.
Wow, 4 laps down, 4 cars gone.
So it looks like JH and Plebmaster hiding in the pits. Yeah, we're close. Good thing we didn't put another wager down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and we've been escalated to a full safety car. So driver's taking advantage of the pit. Doesn't do these top 3 any good. All bunched up with each other. So
I think that I guess the soft guys might jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. And like you said, you know, I just lost it. The medium guys.
It's too early to go into mediums.
Mm-hmm.
I guess their tyres are only going to be about 15-20% worn. I'd be tempted to stay out. But then by the time the end of the safety car ends, it's lap 7. Yeah. No, you got to pit. I think you got to pit, haven't you? Soft.
For the soft runners, yeah. Now the medium runners may want to stay out because, like you said, the track position here is. Of course, I guess Tambar doesn't risk anything by pitting. Really, only has something to gain by not pitting. So we'll see what they do. Everybody's in.
Come in. They're in. Yeah, those mediums though could do 20 laps, no problems, I reckon, especially with a safety car. So
Ankbank. Yep, all under the medium. So they're planning for that lap 7. That lap 7 end of the safety car, as you said. So they'll take him all the way, all 20 laps here.
I think that's doable. I think that is doable. There'll be 50-60% at the end, but not too much more.
Sure.
That depends. My tyre wears a bit less, but my speed's less.
I can relate. I can relate to at least one of those 2 things. I won't specify which.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point feeling pleased that your tyre management's good if you're still 2 seconds off the pace.
Well, that's, you just keep improving that tire wear situation. That's when you slap on a pair of mediums, run the entire race, do the last lap on the softs.
Yeah.
Take the race win every time, right?
Exactly. I do my best work at the end of the stint. So what are the movers and shakers? Who's
the heroes and zeros, as I've
who are heroes and zeros today?
So I'm going to go with the zeros being the 4 that have already crashed out. Lap 5, and we've lost Zavi, Rusty, Frosty, and Disgruntled. No other major position losers except for Spin and Win with down 3 positions with the penalty, but at least could survive to lap 5. So I would say that's definitely the zeros. The hero has to be, I'd say, Plebmaster 69, up 6 positions from the start. So
he's
doing
made 6
well.
Positions, done 3 business deals during this race.
Well, I think he's getting additional coaching through the phone. That's the trick.
Yeah. Or he's playing Formula 1 and Snake at the same time.
Yeah. Well, when you're on Suzuka, they might as well be the same thing, right? So we'll take at least.
Darluzzo's done well. At 3.
Yeah, Deludo and Suzuki up 3.
Oh,
JH at 4. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
So, plenty up. Spin and Win into the pits. I'm assuming they're going to try to maybe negate that penalty by going into the pit lane. Does that sound right?
Sensible. I mean, he's last on track. So if it's a 5-second speeding in the pits, he can serve that, and he can put the mediums on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a well done move. So spin and win will be one to watch. Maybe could be a hero here moving towards the end of the race, but we'll have to see.
I mean, I guess all the cars now are. No one else will be none of them will be planning a pit stop, will they?
No, I wouldn't think so.
They'll all want to get to this. There'll be some tired tires at the end. There'll be some tire management skills needed.
Sure. Yeah, especially these medium runners. Now, the thing that does throw a wrench in the plans is another safety car. Yeah. You get that, and do you see some of the hard tire runners switch on to mediums? You know, if they can make the pit stop and make it worthwhile, do they go to mediums? Do we ever see anybody go on to softs at a safety car? You know, how does all that happen?
My feeling for Suzuka is that I'd rather the track position compression tires as a starting place. Obviously, every situation is different, and there's other things you've got to consider. But my starting position would be I'd rather track position.
So, I'm not sure what just happened, but it looked like Destroyer's moved from third up to first.
I saw him drive past Ankbank, and I don't know why. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there.
I thought maybe he could have gotten around Darluto. Maybe Darluto had some kind of mistake and went off track, in which you usually can overtake. It's questionable as to if that's what you should do or not, but so not sure what's happened here.
Safety car's in.
So I'll ride on board with Ankbank, see how he feels about being pipped by Destroyer here. Now, is Destroyer going to go right after the chicane, or is he going to hold him? I would hold him if it were me, but that's because I'm either really good at tire management or I'm really slow. So Destroyer looks like he's going to go after the chicane. But Ankbank's got those medium tires. They're going to be close coming into this one here. Looks like Ank's going to have the move done, yeah.
I wonder if Destroyer let him through, because he shouldn't have been there anyway. Oh, spin gets around JH. Oh, nice move.
Missed it watching the front. Spin and win, already starting that progress towards the front.
It's always a good overtake around that turn one, whether you're on the inside or the outside, if you can both hold your line.
Right.
Great spot.
So yeah, Ankbank getting ahead and seeming to stay there. Got another yellow out. I see, is that an...
Oh, Plebmaster.
That's Plebmaster, yep.
Coming out of the S's again on that Dunlop curve. Easy to do. Getting greedy with the throttle.
Yep.
Tyres are on fire. Yeah.
So we are now down to 9. That was my prediction. We'll see if we stay here or what. I think now that some of the fuel's weaned off and everybody's on semi-fresh tires, I think we'll see some okay running here, especially once the tires get heated up. Looks like Darluto really closing in on Destroyer. They're going side by side through 130R. I think they did touch a little bit, but not really enough to have an impact.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of wheel banging.
Yes, Darluto is going to be looking to get DRS here. No, it's disabled because of the safety car. It does have his ERS though and the soft tires. Is Destroyer going to get taken around the inside again? It's close. They're still close. And it looks like Darluto got the move done, yep. Good respect between the two drivers. Nobody made any kind of crazy moves.
Nicely done.
Yep.
And you got Suzuki right on the back of Jesper.
Let's tune into that here. Suzuki almost kind of in terms of the name. I think Suzuki's actually probably from the UK, but Suzuki bikes, Red Bull with a Honda engine. This should be Suzuki's home race, you know.
Yeah,
in a twisted sense.
I've heard him, and he sounds more English than cups of tea and apple pies. Apple pie's American. I'm thinking of like Mr.
Yes, it is.
Bramley apple pies, they're different. Muffins and cruffins. Muffins and crumpets.
Yeah, and biscuits.
biscuits.
Chocolate chip biscuit eaters.
Yeah.
Drives me wild.
All my favourite things are Japanese and begin with S, quite randomly. I love Suzuka track circuit. I love sushi.
Okay.
And sumo.
Okay.
And the Nissan Skyline was always the first car I'd go for in Gran Turismo back in the day.
Sure.
And Mr. Miyagi, not really Japanese, but Pat Morita, and Cherry Blossom.
Those things don't start with S, though, Nico.
Oh, Jesper's gone, and he's going to take Suzuki with him because they don't have ghosting. Really unfortunate. I was riding on board for that.
Yeah, I just came into it at the back now, so that's a penalty for Jesper. Probably one for Suzuki as well. And yellows, but nothing else. Suzuki was able to get moving.
He touched the curb, and the car was... He had no control, but Suzuki was behind, doing his best not to drive into him, but as he went left, he took everything. He took it with him. What a shame.
Now, Suzuki's front wing looks okay. At least per my view, Suzuki's front wing looks fine. Jesper is less so.
It's kind of like you get, I don't know how you describe it, like cornered in, where, you know, if Jesper's in front of you and just driving left, you've got nowhere to go.
Right.
But looking at the way Suzuki's taking Spoon, I think he's got some damage. His downforce doesn't look...
all the way there.
No.
Sure.
What a shame.
Looks like Tambar just made a move on Destroyer.
Tambar, that's Destroyer indeed. And Destroyer with the...
Destroyer wants it back. Destroyer's going to take the inside this time. Can he make it work? It's going to be close. They're still battling, leaving each other plenty of space.
Nice racing.
Still... okay. Now they've sorted, at least for the rest of the S's.
Yeah, you can't really do the S's side by side.
No.
Destroyer's right on his tail.
I think Destroyer was looking to have a move on the inside there. He's been taken on the inside twice since the safety car and figured he would try it himself. Just didn't quite play out, though.
Yeah, I think that it'll swing 4 laps. They've probably got another 10 laps, then Tambar and Destroyer will swing to them for the last 6 or 7 against Dalut and Ankbank, the hard tyres.
Right. So Ankbank and Daluta then try to make the gap as wide as they can. Save up on some ERS.
Yeah.
Yep, prepare for the defense.
Spin up to 5th. And obviously the more these guys battle, he can catch up to Destroyer and Tambar.
Yeah, the medium tire runners starting to come in. Excuse me, starting to come into their own. Suzuki and Jesper also slapping on a pair of medium boots.
Suzuki will be quick. He'd have the bit between his teeth.
J&H bringing penalty. Tambar really slow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. He obviously had to. I think he ran out of road, so he needed to get off the gas quickly. Which meant Destroyer was right up his gearbox.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with the two of these, providing us some good entertainment here.
Yeah, great young drivers.
Destroyer a little loose there on the exit of the hairpin. Still within spotting distance though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got any ERS, so I think he'll want to just stay in Tambar's DRS for a lap or two, try and recuperate. Oh, he's out the 1 second, just at the wrong time.
Tambar, meanwhile, using his ERS, still has 60% of it, and it looks like to set a second middle sector, or the best middle sector there. So
Purple sector 2.
And 3. It was just the start, I think, had a little battle with Destroyer that held him back from the fastest lap there. Tambar may not wait for the he may not wait for the medium tire runners to fade. He may take charge and
go hunt them down.
Yeah, go get it now.
Let's spin and win and all that.
Ooh, Darluto with a spin there.
Yeah. The S's are taking no prisoners today, are they?
No, not at all.
Yeah, JH has gone
out from the S's, right?
Yeah, first S.
I don't think anybody else is going to give us a view of that. They'll get the marshals get that car cleaned up pretty quick.
No, Suzuki's the next pass, but I've got a feeling it'll be gone.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, what a shame for JH.
Well, that's why we can't have nice things, right? Nice cars with nice liveries.
He just disappeared, yeah, just there and there. So Spin right behind Destroyer and Alibata right behind Darluto.
And we're only down to 8. Down to 8.
8 green bottles sitting on the wall.
Stop the throttle too hard, and one will fall.
Spin, he's
going for the move. And Destroyer's going to struggle to hang through the rest of the S's. We've seen the effects on that Ferrari car of losing the clean air. So
I wonder if Destroyer's picked up a tiny bit of damage.
Doesn't seem as on it.
Tambar's pulled 3 seconds on him, maybe. No, he seems okay, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think the wing is probably fine. Maybe just maybe could be doing some tire management. Knows it's going to be a long race and wants to have something for the end.
So Tambar's 3.3 seconds behind Ank. 15 laps to go.
Yeah, we're just now basically reaching the halfway point of the race, so.
That's our first track limits for Spin and Win.
I think somebody else picked one up earlier, but they've retired since then.
Perhaps.
I think J&H.
Not a big one for track limits, compared to, say, Russia, but I guess Spoon, turn 1, you can always run wide, can't you?
Right. I think there's more opportunities here to push track limits, but I think the game's also more forgiving for that same reason, so.
Perhaps, yeah.
Just for picking up some as well. So Suzuki, I think, must have had an issue. The gap has widened up to... Oh, no. My apologies. It's because the gap used to be at J&H, and then that closed up with J&H's exit, so... Suzuki looking to continue to close in. I don't know, that's 13 laps to make up 43 seconds. That's quite a gap.
It's a big ask.
Yeah. Not with the safety car.
Down that third spot, though.
Let's hop on board and see how it goes.
He's on the hards. Spin's on the mediums. Bin should have a tyre advantage at the moment. Bin does have the 3 seconds penalty.
Right.
At the moment.
Track starts to feel a little lonely, doesn't it? With just a couple cars here and there.
Just the 8 of them, yeah. The marshals can run on and retrieve a wing or two without having to.
Yeah, perhaps. And Destroyer, the closest one here, wants to hunt down Spin and Win, but I think is going to fall back here through the S's again.
Yeah, the dirty air doesn't help.
No. Let's check up on Alibata hunting down Derludo. Derludo has the tire advantage for now. As they wear, do you think Alibata is going to be able to close that just under 2 second gap as soon as the tires start to go for Derludo?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, look at that. Tambar's taken off, what, 0.8 of a second in about a lap from Ank. That was 3.3. It's now 2.5, so we might be starting to 9 laps. I mean, the mediums will still be fine, but...
Right. They're not running at their peak anymore.
No. I guess we're starting to approach the crossover. Well, any gap is certainly not as much as it would have been 9 laps ago. Tambar just wants to put in 13 qualifying laps. See where it gets him. I think he might catch Shank back. Spin's lights flashing, but it looks like Destroyer doesn't have any. Oh, Spin! Oh no!
Spin has spun.
Spin has spun. Spun.
And that brings out the safety car.
Oh, wow. Drama. Yeah, again in the S's. Just, it's so easy to just put a front wheel on that curb and then it just takes you away.
So I want to see, does Suzuki decide to pit? Is the gap to Jesper far enough that Suzuki thinks he can, going back and forth with it, decides off on it?
See on 5 lap mediums with 10 to go, 11.
Yeah, probably didn't need him. Will we see?
I mean, if he's going to be, there's only going to be 7 drivers. They're all going to be bunched up.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well be on a fresh pair of softs at the back.
Right.
Being on a 5 lap old pair of mediums at the back.
Well, was the gap to Jesper enough though for that to play out, or would have Jesper have made the overtake there?
Okay. Worst case, he starts 7th, not 6th of the 7, but he's still on fresh softs with the guys ahead of him.
Sure. So then, do we expect to see Alibata dive in for some soft boots? Ankbank's going to pit. Tambar's going to follow.
Destroyer does, yeah. So someone shouldn't now do what the other people don't do. But I guess, 13 lap old hards.
They're all buying in.
How
Gentleman's
far back is
agreement.
Suzuki?
He's not going to close that.
Back.
Yeah, not at safety car speeds. Maybe at race speed, but even then.
So now he's going to be at the back on 5 lap old mediums with all the guys on fresh softs in front of him. This is. Yeah.
I'm with you though. I'm surprised that nobody. Like you said, nobody decided to stay out. Alibata taking the medium tires, maybe didn't have a fresh pair of softs left to get onto.
Yeah, 11. About 2 laps under safety, probably not. Yeah. And Suzuki goes in now.
And I assume Jesper's going to follow.
Why
maybe
you?
take care of that penalty and get some softs, yeah.
I don't think you can't. I think that's the 3 seconds for track limits. Unfortunately, that can't be served in the pits.
Okay. Because it's only 3 out. And not 5?
Yeah, I don't know the whys and wherefores, but about 3 seconds you can never serve.
Okay.
Yeah, just then Suzuki took that left tyre on the curbs. It's just a brave. I just don't think it's worth it.
Right.
They might gain you a few tenths, but if 1 in 10 times it throws you off the track, I'll pay the second fine.
Yeah, sure. Over the course of a race, absolutely.
Yeah. So Suzuki's pit, but he's got 2 lap. He's got, according to my screen, he's got 2 lap old mediums.
No, that's what I see as well.
Which is a strange choice. Again, I guess he had no softs.
Yeah, maybe so.
Had to go to use mediums. Okay, well, what a shootout now. Ankh, Tambar and Destroyer and Darluto. You'd have thought those four would fight it out. Guys behind either on the medium tyre.
Yeah.
Blocking Jesper a bit.
Well, my top three could still be... Probably Jesper won't make it up into the podium, but... Well, I don't know, he's got...
Wow. You don't know, do you? Because they're all going to be very close, and he's going to be on better tyres than the two cars in front of him.
Yeah.
And all it takes is Ankh to just lose it on an S. Two cars behind him drive into him.
So Alibaba made another... Sorry to interrupt. Alibaba made another stop to get fresh sauce this time, so maybe an error on the first stop, but that does now put him behind Suzuki.
Yeah, lost some spots. Well, he's lost one spot again. Does it matter? To be on the right tyres at this stage, it's better to have the tyres, isn't it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know, actually. Yeah, that goes against everything I said earlier.
It does. Yeah, that's
take track position. Track position, yeah, but if they're going to be right on, if they're going to be right on you with fresh tyres, safety car restart.
I think we've really seen the tire advantage come into play on the front straight. So yeah. I think having better tires will definitely help you out in that one DRS zone, because that's how Destroyer fell back a couple positions off the last safety car. So
I guess it'll be in this lap, which gives us.
I'd assume so.
8 laps of racing, an 8-lap shootout. My money's on Tambar. That's where your money is. My money's on Ankh.
There's nothing wrong with having our money in the same place. We might actually win something for once.
No. No.
It's all about the competition for you then, huh?
It's all about the competition, Tack.
Okay. Nico John, really a professional here, a competitor.
Competition junkie.
Yep.
Here we go, safety car in, Ankh Bank slowing down, bunching up the pack, warming his tyres, making a decision of when he is going to let rip. Slowly, catchy monkey. And he's gone.
Darluto and Suzuki having a collision, it seems. And Suzuki out scot-free from it, but Darluto not much so.
I imagine the stewards will hear about that if there's anything untoward that's happened. Ankh Bank with a great getaway. Well, Tambar's right there.
Yeah, Tambar not far behind. Looks like Suzuki off from the S's.
No.
And Destroyer moved to the back too. There must have been something I missed there.
Yeah.
Since Suzuki letting Destroyer by, it seems.
Got out of the way, didn't he? I think Suzuki probably has damage.
Yeah. Perhaps. Let's see the broadcast. The wing still looks okay, but yeah, there may be some small winglets bent or something like that. Something I can't see.
Tambar right on Ankh Bank's tail. No tyre difference.
No, it all comes down to the driver now.
Well, they'll have full ERS, I imagine, after 3 laps of safety car, so yeah. Pretty level playing field. Nice line there by Tambar. PRS not activated just yet.
And Tambar just kind of slotting in there behind Ankh Bank to get the slipstream.
Yeah.
Au naturel.
Yeah, his tyres will feel it more. Oh,
Oh,
Ankbank's
spin for
round!
Ankbank and Tambar makes it through.
Just
And
great
Darludo must
reactions
have
by...
crashed into him because they're both Darludo's out,
Yeah.
and that's the safety car again.
Oh, gee.
Boy,
I mean, I'm not going to talk about ghosting, but yeah. Yeah, what a shame. Tambar did fantastically well to
avoid that.
avoid Ankbank, who was horizontal, perpendicular.
So now will Ankbank, you think, have side pod damage from the contact? Oh no, he's missing an entire wing. Ankbank's out of contention for this one.
Well, he won't be. He can pit now, can't he? Get it, assuming it's reparable damage, and he'll start 6th with a 3-lap, 4-lap shootout. So it's anyone's still. I hope Suzuki's got a set of softs that he can strap on.
And we'll find out.
Well, maybe Tambar doesn't pit. You know, he's only got 2 laps. What he should keep? I'd keep the position. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think everybody except for Suzuki needs to stay out. Suzuki to come in if he's got some soft boots hanging around, and
Yeah.
I guess Ankbank to get the fresh. I'm not sure Destroyer coming in. Maybe. Oh, probably had some wing damage as well. We'll see. They have a fresh wing for that Ferrari?
Looks like
they do
Ank
not.
serving a penalty.
And Suzuki too. They're just holding
Suzuki.
him.
He puts on the fresh softs finally.
There we are.
Well, I think Suzuki was perhaps had that. Did he have something from the safety car?
Maybe so.
Because Destroyer's jumped them both, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Maybe that was part of the plan.
Well, Destroyer, I mean, it's only 2 or 3 laps, but he's going to have a slight tyre advantage against Tambar and Jesper. Jesper's got that penalty. Is that the 5 seconds for contact under safety?
Let's check the details. It's only 3, so I think it's track limits.
Okay, that's a track one then.
So
the last thing you want when you've picked up those track limits is late safety cars bunching the pack together.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, you find your position.
Absolutely.
Pretty rapidly. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's good. I was gonna say if Ankbank can get around Destroyer and get close enough to Jesper, or no, Ankbank needs to get around Alibaba. My apologies. But Ankbank gets around Alibaba and Jesper. Yeah, I think so. And gets close enough to Jesper, my top 3 will be spot on.
Tack.
I should have wagered. Should have known.
You should have put some money on this. I wonder if any reputable bookmakers take odds on PRL races. Probably not.
Reputable ones, no, but I just so happen to. Oh, you think so?
No.
Probably, if anybody in PRL did, it'd probably be him or Shep that I would trust to run it correctly, but yeah.
You don't want your bookmakers to be people you can trust, though, do you? It takes away half the fun.
It also takes away half your kidneys, so.
Okay, so it looks like they're all together. This should be the last. It should be the last lap under safety car.
I would think so. I think we're getting close to where the safety car has led more laps than any driver, so.
Yeah. We're down to the last 6. I was very optimistic saying 11 would finish, wasn't I?
Yeah. It happens. It's good to have faith sometimes.
Suzuka really separates the men from the boys.
Yep. Absolutely.
Such a small margin for error. It's so easy with the balance. Just the balance of the car. The weight transfer. Keeping it stable during... It's a great track for me. I mean, I love the flow. I feel like every corner leads to the next one. In a night, like, compared to, say, like Canada. For me, Canada's a straight then there's a chicane, and there's a straight, and there's a hairpin, and there's a straight, and there's a chicane. But it's just bits, whereas Suzuka, it all feels like each part flows into the next part normally, naturally. I've always been a big fan of this track. And it's the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar.
That's true. That's very true. I think the excuse me. I think the new Saudi Arabia track that is in the plans will also be a figure 8 track. I think they're also planning to make it a figure 8, so
Jeddah.
No. Well, no, not the track that they actually raced on this year. The one they're going to race on next year.
Oh, this track this year was just a one-off.
I don't know. I've seen a track map for a different track. It could have been something fake.
Okay.
It could have been Fed Lies, but I've seen a track map for a new track that is figure 8.
Okay.
But
be careful, Tack. Don't believe the guff.
I know.
Swines are peddling.
Misinformation. So when's Tambar going to go? Looks like he's going to go now.
Right now. Jesper got away okay. Alabata got away okay.
Ankbank really close to Destroyer. He's going to go for it?
I think Destroyer had a slightly bad start. All around the
What's
outside.
the outside? Oh, Ankbank loose.
Oh dear.
No contact, but that's
yeah.
Unless there's another safety car, he's out of contention for this.
It's so tricky. It's as I said, that weight transfer of coming out of there. It happens to the best of us. And Ank, one of the better drivers of the tier.
Right. Jesper having a similar issue, so I just two of my top 3 have fallen, so
Destroyer right on the back of Alibata. Tambar driving off into the sunset, dreaming of champagne and grid girls.
Yeah, Tambar should have this well in hand at this point.
Looks to, especially if Alibata has to battle Destroyer. Suzuki's joined the party.
And Suzuki not under threat. Ooh, Jesper's retired. And there's a virtual safety car out now for this.
Oh yeah, coming out
right
of
at the end of Spoon, yep.
Wow. 5. This is more of an endurance race, isn't it, than a Grand Prix?
Yeah, seems like it's survival of the fittest. So now, will Suzuki stay out of threat from Ankbank? They're separated by about 15 seconds.
Yeah, there's 3 laps of...
It's quickly down to 12.
11, yeah, he's catching him.
I think if Suzuki can keep it together, I think he can sustain that 3-second gap that he needs, but we'll see.
I imagine Suzuki will be looking at Destroyer and Alibata rather than Ankbank, thinking, can I get up a few spots rather than can I keep the guys behind at bay? Because he's a young gunslinger.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So, do you think we're going to lose any more cars here in the last 3 laps?
I do, Tack. I do.
You think so? Okay.
I think we might end up with our podium, and that's it. They should just keep racing until there's 3 left, and then they could be the podium.
Well, yeah. I'd be in support of this.
I don't have to stay here all night, though. They could just maybe post a screenshot of who won.
I don't know. At the rate we're going, it might not take long. Maybe done before our race starts.
Destroyer. We had to think about it going into that chicane.
And he's going to be patient and get the DR... Do they have DRS yet? No, that's this lap.
DRS enabled.
Yeah, but the wing not open for Destroyer.
No, so he'll get it next lap round. Three and a half seconds, Tambar. What a great drive. Avoided all the...
There he goes.
chaos.
Suzuki is retired.
First S, yep, there he is, that same wall. It's exactly the same spot as about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. I'll tell you what,
Wow.
any of the T2 guys watching this will be timid today.
4 green bottles standing on the wall.
Too much on the throttle and another one will fall.
Yeah. That's 10. 10 out.
Tambar, meanwhile, having the time of his life.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Can Destroyer get past Alibata? Gee, you could have gone at any pace and you'd have got a top 4 finish. Just don't crash out. You know, there's a lesson there.
Yeah, that's good news for me. And my well-managed tires.
Attack.
Tambar putting in a fastest lap here just to say so.
Destroyer's got no battery left whatsoever.
No, he's giving it all. He'd love to stay close to Alibata here. Maybe hope that Alibata gets out on a curb a little bit. Gets a little loose. There's the curb, but no loose.
Laps. Yeah, I wonder if he's waiting for the last lap DRS straight.
Could be.
Which is what, yeah, that's what last season Orioles, him and I were battling for the win.
Mm-hmm.
I got past him about 3 laps to go, and he just sat there till the last DRS straight, and then did me into turn 1.
Yep.
And after turn 1, it's tough to get another opportunity to get back past.
Right. So Destroyer pulling the ERS right now, so not waiting, not saving up for that final run here.
No, this might be a mistake.
I think he is hoping for the DRS, but he's not going to supplement it with any ERS.
He's not going to have any left, is he?
No. Battery's gone.
Alibata's got a bit more, 20%, yeah.
And it's not even, it's at 0%, so he's not even getting that little boost. The battery will push you a little bit, even if you're not in overtake, but that's gone. He will have the DRS, but I don't think it's going to make a difference here.
No, he's not nowhere near close enough, is he?
No. He needs Alibata to make a mistake here. Audiences around the world holding their breath to see if Destroyer can make something happen, or if Alibata can make it happen for him.
Degna 2.
That's loose.
No, he's battling to hold the car there.
Yeah.
I think Alibata's done it. Well, a word for Tambar. Car number 66 in the Alpha Tauri. What a great drive. Round spoon for the last time. 5.6 seconds clear of his rivals. Put it on P3 in the mediums. Had the pace all day. Avoided the kerfuffles, the nonsense.
Yeah, great drive from Tambar. Well earned.
Yeah, I agree.
I think in terms of the Tier 1 championship, though, it's probably a little bit of a day late and a dollar short. I think the deficit to Angbank's in the triple digits, so we'll enjoy this win for sure.
Well done him. Alibata takes it. He manages to keep Destroyer at bay for the second step. And Ank comes home for P4 on track.
Well, we certainly won't have an issue going through the grid, will we?
No. They've kept the those guys that drive the trucks that pick up the cars, take them back to the garages. Those guys have been busy.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. But a good win for Tambar. Again, like you said, the consistency and staying clean and just being outright quick.
Outright quick,
Paid off.
He had the pace today.
Yep.
Well done to him. And he picked up the fastest lap as well, comfortably. Those last stints on the softs, yeah, he was half a second clear of Ankbank.
Mm-hmm.
Tambar 1, Alibata 2, Destroyer 3, Ankbank 4. The rest of them are DNFs. Suzuki, Jesper, Darluto, Spin, JH, Plebmaster, Xavi, Rusty, Frosty, Disgruntled.
So it is key, I think, because in PRL, if you DNF, you don't get points. Is that right?
No, you do. You do.
You
but
do?
they start... P14 will get the points from P20, though, if you didn't finish.
Okay, I see. Okay, well then that doesn't matter. I was gonna say Suzuki is technically classified as having finished 5th, but 3 laps down. So
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it?
well, that's the same thing that I guess I won't say. That happened in the race today. So
no spoilers. Yeah,
no,
okay.
no spoilers, but it happened for somebody else. So. All right, well that's tier 1 in the land of the rising sun. So quite an empty lobby here, just the 2 of us, huh?
Tak,
So,
it was a pleasure. Always enjoy watching tier 1 races with you.
Yep,
Well
absolutely.
well done to Tambar, great drive. Well done to Alibata. Well done to Destroyer, and well done to all the race fans as well.
Yep, for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you again in one of the 2 wing mirrors, preferably. So, yep, me too.